Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest updates. We start with Angel Di Maria, a player that Barca have been showing a lot of interest this summer. Di Maria have just recently offered an update on his future amid Barcelona and Juventus rumors. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported by Marca that Dembele is starting to think about life after Barcelona. After seeing no progress in contract talks, the Frenchman will consider other offers this coming week. We are going to be looking at that as well. And finally, talking about Gérard Pique, who is reportedly in a state of depression and not feeling too well when it comes to everything around him, because a lot of controversies have been spoken about Gérard Pique. You quite remember Laporta even said some weeks back that Pique is not in the right state and we should hope for the best for Gérard Pique. Marca have just reported that Gérard Pique just recently confronted a Spanish presser, a press photographer, went up to the extent of breaking his phone. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video, give the video a like, and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Angel Di Maria is one of a host of players who have been linked with Barcelona this summer, and the Argentine has spoken briefly about his future. The winger, who is a free agent after leaving Paris Saint-Germain, is also rumored to be a target for Juventus, and he has admitted that the Serie A Giants are a possible destination. Going by his words recently, he said, "Juve is the biggest club in Italy and one of the teams that is interesting to me. At the moment, I am reflecting, concentrating on holidays and family." Those are the words from him. So the rumor mill seems to think that Di Maria is waiting to hear from Barcelona before making a final decision on his next move, as he would rather head back to Spain than play in Italy. Di Maria is one of several options out wide for Barcelona next season, along with Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele. So Di Maria, there's no definitive destination. Nobody knows where he will end up. Juventus have been strongly interested, Barca as well. Those are the two clubs that are strongly interested in him. Looking at Barcelona's case, I've been talking about Ousmane Dembele a lot these days and his contract negotiations, which there's no promise of any extension. With his contract set to expire this coming week, we all expect Dembele to depart Barcelona with immediate effect. So with Dembele expecting to leave, Di Maria have been one of the targets that Barca have been prioritizing, as well as Rafinha of Leeds United. So given the fact that Rafinha of Leeds United, the price tag that Leeds have been asking is way too high for Barcelona, so there's no clarity, there's no certainty about if the deal for Rafinha will certainly work out, which means Barca are keeping their options open. Di Maria, despite his age, 34 years old, have been muted as a strong target for Barca. And of course, going for Di Maria, we all know if we succeed in getting Di Maria, it will just be for 1 season or 2 seasons at max that he can play regularly. But definitely what we all want is a young player. Rafinha is a young player, 25 years old, and Barcelona have been showing interest. But somehow it will be disappointing for Barca not to go for Rafinha. We have been talking about Rafinha for quite a long time. And for all that talk up and down, rumors here and there, to end up being disappointed for the fact that we don't get Rafinha, I think it will be so difficult to take by most Barca fans who have been expecting Rafinha to make his way to Barcelona. Then on to the next story of discussion. Ousmane Dembele's contract with Barcelona expires on Thursday, but it remains unclear whether he will continue at the Camp Nou past that date. The Blaugrana's contract offer has been on the table for quite some time now, but it doesn't meet the Frenchman's demands. While Dembele has been holding out for an improved offer, it doesn't appear Barcelona have any intention of making one. Dembele's preference is to remain with Barca. We have been hearing that countless number of times, as he knows Xavi wants him after putting him in the starting lineup regularly last season. However, with the two sides unable to reach an agreement on wages, Dembele is beginning to realize his future may not be at the Camp Nou. With the Frenchman's holiday set to end this week, it is believed he and his agent will begin to evaluate offers from other clubs. The hope is to reach an agreement sooner rather than later, as most teams will begin training in early July. At the moment, the club best suited to sign Ousmane Dembele is Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel is pushing for the winger after working with him at Borussia Dortmund back in 2017. So the German knows how to get the best out of Dembele, which is why he is keen to bring him to Stamford Bridge. Paris Saint-Germain are also in the mix despite the club's recent hire of Luis Campos and Kylian Mbappe's decision to sign a new deal. Their interest in Dembele still remains. So at this very point in time, one could easily guess that Dembele himself knows he is unlikely to be a Barca player. We're talking about just 4 days. 4 days to the 30th of June, which is not far at all. So is there any progress which is showing any signs? No progress, not at all. Definitely Dembele's future is out, and Marca is already making it clear that the winger is already starting to think about life after Barcelona. Of course, he's now being realistic about situations, knowing fully well that he will not be a Barca player. Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain have been the most talked about. But what is the probability of him going there? It's quite tough. Paris Saint-Germain, since the appointment of Luis Campos, the new sporting director over there, we have been getting reports of Luis Campos not interested in Ousmane Dembele, right? So Thomas Tuchel, so I think Dembele's last hope will be Chelsea. And what if Chelsea does not meet his demands, his wage demands? Where will he go? So it can be a very difficult and disastrous decision by Dembele leaving Barcelona. I hope he does not regret it. The last few weeks have been hectic for both singer Shakira and Barcelona player Gérard Pique. Since they announced their separation, the news about them has been non-stop, and the latest stories doesn't show the centre-back in a good light. According to Socialité, the Catalan confronted Jordi Martin, a well-known press photographer, and even broke his mobile phone. The program presented by Mario Patino revealed Martin's testimony, and according to him, Pique did not take the press following him in the best way. Martin was among the paparazzi trying to get images of the footballer, and he suffered the wrath of Shakira's ex. He threw my mobile phone to the ground and set off in his car. He broke several red lights, Martin said. Apparently, Pique also insulted the paparazzi present. When Jordi asked him at the airport, he got very angry again. It remains to be seen if, unlike of late, Pique decides to give his side of the story. Shakira is not having a good time either. In the last few days, the singer had to call the Mossos l'Esquadra after two stalkers painted graffiti on her house. It seems that the two men have been hanging around the Colombian singer, and of course, one of them has discovered a few days earlier with his hands full of paint, although the authorities released him due to lack of hard evidence. So another of the stalkers, on the other hand, keeps stalking Shakira's mail. Shakira is increasingly desperate to move to Miami with her children and to leave Barcelona. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.